Welcome. I am Dr. Raman Koluri, and I am Professor of Physics and Photonics at the Camden County College in Blackwood, New Jersey. A number of lectures and laboratories are presented here as an online course in Fundamentals of Light and Lasers. This is part of an OP-TEC project which is sponsored by the National Science Foundation and is undertaken by CORD of Waco, Texas and Camden County College. These lectures are presented in a series of PowerPoint slides. They are intended as support material for the textbook. 6 labs are presented as videos and PowerPoint slides. They will explain the procedures for conducting the labs. They consist of experiments given in the text as well as additional experiments to help the student understand the concepts given in the text. Labs we perform here are for the Elements of Photonics Course 2 produced by OP-TEC. There are 6 modules and most of the experiments here correspond to those given in the modules, except that 1 or 2 modules do not have experiments in it, and we have replaced them with an actual experiments. So these are the list of experiments. First is the pulse characteristics of a laser, where we will measure the pulses of a chopped laser beam, and we will find out the relationship between various pulse parameters. The second one is the gain characteristics of a gas laser. Here we will perform an experiment to study the relationship between the tube current and the power output. The third is responsivity, linearity, and wavelength dependence of a photodiode. We'll use a photodiode in photovoltaic mode and photoconductive mode, and we will find out the responsivity in both the modes, as well as the linearity of the responsivity at the single wavelength. And then later on, we'll use an argon laser and find out the responsivity at different wavelengths also. The fourth experiment is fiber optics communication. Here we will demonstrate several of the properties of the fibers and transmission of laser light through these fibers. Then the fifth is resolution of a CCD camera. As the name itself implies, we will try to measure the resolution of a CCD camera. And finally, we have the last experiment, which is the holography, in which we will set up a split beam holographic setup and discuss the various requirements. Thanks to the National Science Foundation for funding the OP-TEC project, and to Dr. Dan Hull, Principal Investigator, and Dr. John Sauder of CORD. I wish also to thank Dr. Ray Unuzzi, President of the Camden County College, and Dr. Marge Hamilton, the Vice President of Academic Affairs, for their support and providing the facilities for conducting these labs. I would like to thank Dr. Fred Sieber, Professor Emeritus, Camden County College, and Co-Principal Investigator of OP-TEC for his support. Finally, for their assistance in conducting and filming these experiments, I wish to thank Mr. Ken Lynch and Mr. Greg Perjuni, my associates at Camden County College.